Hey everybody, quick episode of TJ's Garage. Today we're going to show you a little upgrade on our Indian Roadmasters, and I believe they make them for Challengers too. There's a guy on the internet, Marcin Wozniak. Everybody has questions if he's legit or what his parts are like. He is a legit seller. I believe he's out of Poland. I picked up this kit. It's the pistons, and if you look down here, this is the hardware it comes with. It's pretty simple to put on, but I'm going to go through it real quick for anybody that has any questions. If you see, they're here. This is a 2021 Roadmaster Dark Horse. I will show you how they operate. It's just a matter of the push button, and it goes right up. So the cables, these cables are great, but everything, the lid tends to snap back. So real quick tutorial on how to put them on. It's pretty self-explanatory, except there's a couple little things you need to know. These brackets right here that it comes with the ball knuckle, now each one has holes in them, but they tend to be different sizes, okay? You get two 10mm bolts, right? And that, if you look at these where I put them, these go on the top, okay? And these are bigger because they adapt to this specific kind of nut, which has a collar on the inside to make it wider. So if there's a question, they look different, but sometimes they might be interchangeable. They're not. This hole is bigger than this hole, and you can visibly see it's just a tad bigger, okay? Specifically for this kind of nut. This other hole is smaller for the 10mm. So you can't interchange them. It won't work. So real quick, now another thing, these bags right here, this desiccant, you get in a lot of Amazon packages. I put them in my tour pack because it absorbs moisture. So if you're in a damp room, or if you store them in a damp garage, they pick up moisture. It's just a little another, hey you, instead of throwing these out anywhere you're gonna get moisture, just throw them in your box. Okay, real quick. So you got over here, this one hasn't been put on yet, but you're going to have 3 screws right here. They're going to hold the passenger lumbar pad on right here. Those have to come off, okay? Which, if you look over here, it's the exact same setup on the Dark Horse on a 2020 or 21 as it is to a 19. This is a 19, okay? For the bolts with the 10mm, these go here. If you look, the outer bolt on this lower bracket is the same for both bikes, and the only way to access this is to take the housing bolts off for the speaker, which is also 3. But you'll find once you take this lumbar pad off, which is 3 bolts, there's also 3 holding this on. 1 here and 2 here. Okay? 1, 2, 3. This will come off, the speaker lid. It has a clip in the bottom and 3 bolts that hold it on. That's the only way that you're going to get to this bolt. Okay? That's where you replace it with the 10mm bolt that he gives you. Is going to come up through this outer. It's going to slide right through there. It's going to thread into there. Then the excess you will put in with the other bracket. The bracket with the slanted cut in it. Okay? The other bracket is going to go up here. It's going to lock in. This is obviously, if you look over here, it's the right side because it's going to lock right in with that bolt. Since this plastic is slotted out in square, it will fit right in there and it won't rotate. It's a perfect fit. And then if you look down, you're going to take your outer 10mm off, put your other 10mm on with your lower clamp, which is going to be like this, which is going to lock right into the bracket. And you will replace with this 10mm after you take the speaker housing out. Okay, and that's going to lock into place. Once you got that in, once you drop that in there and put those 2 on, you will come over here and just clip your pistons right into the brackets. Now, in his tutorial, he showed you to run the cable on the inside of the piston, which is what I did. So if you look over here, you can see the lower bracket down here has the slant on it. The upper bracket's squared off. They're both facing inward. They do both have two different size holes. The piston goes like this, you clip them in, and you're done. The whole job might take you an hour at the most. It's very simple. It's plug and play. These things are priceless. Obviously, I got two sets because I love the way they work. I mean, they're foolproof to put in. They work great, and it's just a great upgrade. So in this video, I'm going to enclose a link to his Facebook page. Get a hold of him. He is a legit seller, and his parts are spectacular. So if you want a great upgrade, and he's very reasonable on his price. The whole kit, I had them in probably a week and a half. And it was complete. It was simple, plug and play. There's probably a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bolts you got to take off. Be real gentle when you're taking the speaker housing off, because like I said, there are 3 bolts, but there's a bottom clip down underneath here that clips into the frame that you got to finesse a little bit down underneath here. So you take the top 3 off and you just jiggle it out and the speaker comes off. Now the other thing I noticed, I tried to do a speaker upgrade with the rear trunk speakers, but there's a weird 4-prong plug that goes to the speakers, so I don't want to mess with splicing into that. So I'm going to do another video on a Polk DBL 522 speaker upgrade for the fairing, which I will do soon. But for now, today, the piston upgrade for the Tour Pack on a Roadmaster and a Persuit. Marcin Wozniak, he's a guy in Poland. The link will be in his Facebook page. That's it. Thanks.